All right, welcome in. We are live. This is the Friday morning iced coffee Q&A with Jacques. Today is Friday, April the 24th, 2020, and we are on day 993 of the quarantine, or so it feels. I hope everyone out there is doing okay so far and still trying to make the most of it. Hope everyone's staying healthy and whatnot. What's going on, guys? Come on in, and hopefully we can have some fun this morning, talk about courses, and see what you guys want to talk about. If you're new here, I just turned on the camera, drinking my iced coffee, which is over there. Let me go grab it. And I'm here to talk about what you guys might want to talk about. So feel free to fire away with any questions. I've got some topics here that I will share with you guys, and we'll go from there. So if you're watching in live, welcome. If you are watching the replay later, welcome to you as well. And the third place you might be consuming this content is in the podcast feed of the online course show. Welcome to all of you out there listening to that as well. So, what's up, guys? It's a beautiful day down here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Let me check my live stream here. Make sure it's coming in. Yep. Man, I've really been digging StreamYard. I know Paul Lipsky posted in the group recently that he has been having problems with StreamYard lately, but I have been digging it myself. It has been working just fine for me. So we are presented here by Ground Shark Coffee. That is my coffee of choice. That is what I drink in my iced coffee every morning, and in my opinion, it's the best coffee beans on the planet for a variety of reasons. They're all organic. They don't roast them till you buy them, and then they'll ship them out to you. And it's just good guys running that small business there in Colorado. So if you want to support them and support my work here as well, head to coursecoffee.com, COURSE coffee.com. And most people out there buy coffee. So why not buy good coffee and coffee that's going to support something you hopefully appreciate, like this live broadcast. So with that said, what's up, guys? Tell me how you guys are doing and what you want to talk about today. Like I said, I have a list of things to bring up, things that are on my mind. And man, last night, the NFL draft, nothing to do with courses, but it really felt like a live sporting event last night. I don't know if you guys are into football or anything, but it was fun to actually have like a live sporting event. It was really cool. And a lot of LSU players got selected, and that is my team of choice. All right, so let me knock out a few bonjoros here. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this process by now. Every day I thank people that purchase my piano course within the past 24 hours with a quick personal video, and they really appreciate it. And I've sent over 3,000 of these, and I don't think it's anything I'm going to be stopping anytime soon. So here we go with one to Eleanor. Hey, what's going on, Eleanor? This is Jacques, and I just wanted to personally welcome you to Piano in 21 Days. Thanks so much for signing up for the Ultimate Package just a little while ago. I hope everything is going well with that so far. Good luck, and I look forward to chatting with you more as you go through the course. And off to Eleanor that goes. Here we go with Jacob. Hey, what's going on, Jacob? This is Jacques. Just wanted to personally welcome you to Piano in 21 Days. Thanks so much for signing up for the entry package earlier today. Hope everything's going well with that so far. Good luck, and let me know if you need anything. So I kind of try to hold the phone up to where my Piano in 21 Days logo is in the background. I feel like that adds a nice touch to it. Hey there, Norman and Jacques. Just wanted to personally welcome you to Piano in 21 Days. Thanks so much for signing up for the Ultimate Package yesterday. I hope everything is going well with that so far. Good luck, and I look forward to chatting with you more as you go through the course. And there we go. Those people have Bonjoros. I have several more that I have to get done at some point today, and I might drop a few more during this live stream. So one thing I want to do here today is kind of go through the what's been going on in the Facebook group the past week, and I haven't actually been super active in there, but I figured I could go through and kind of comment on some of the posts right now. So the top one I see is the welcome Thursday from my assistant Emily. So she does that every Thursday, just kind of tags everybody that's joined the Facebook group within the past week. And so there's been a few people to join the Facebook group in the past week. So welcome all of you new people there. And then the next comment is from Wade, who is a fellow pianist. And he says, I just finished the online course accelerator today, which is my online course on courses. And he says exactly within 8 weeks. And I just have this nagging question in mind. Can you tell me if this is something I should be worrying about, or should I not give too much thought? Here's the question. How do I know who I should serve that will also be most likely to pay? I would like to teach piano. My USP is from learning bassline to full song. Thank you. Good question, Wade. So here's the thing. You don't truly know that somebody is willing to pay you money for something until they actually do, right? Somebody telling you that they will pay for something is different than them actually pulling out their wallet and giving you the money. So therefore, it is impossible to truly know until the transaction takes place. And that's why pre-selling works so well. It's because you don't have to put in all this effort to create something and put something out there only to find out later that nobody is willing to pay for it, or that target demographic isn't willing to pay for it. And so what you can do is put together a concept for a course and then pre-sell it to your audience, typically at a discounted price. But you want to make sure that you have an actual date that it's going to be released. And then if nobody pays for it, then you either didn't have any traffic coming into that particular pre-sale funnel, or the market's telling you they're not willing to pay for it. Or maybe, you send it to 1,000 people and only one person pays for it. Well, then you might just refund that one person and not go through it and try with something else. But the key with the pre-sale is you've got to have people to pre-sell to. So that's where starting to build your audience comes in, right? And so if you've been through the program, I'm big on picking one platform and staying consistent with true, authentic, consistent, free content on that platform. Typically for course creators, YouTube is going to be the best place for that. And so, Wade, if you haven't already, start a YouTube channel. Put out 1, 2, 3 videos a week on your YouTube channel around your USP in your particular niche within piano. Start building that audience, and then you can pre-sell something to them. I mean, you could build the course and then launch it and sell the actual course, but it's a lot better way to go to kind of pre-sell it, in my opinion. And that's what I do in a lot of cases today is the pre-sale. So good stuff, Wade. I'm going to put a comment on your post right here that I just answered it. I just answered this question in the weekly Q&A live stream. Okay. Christy had said, hey, Jacques, I recall you mentioning a service that you used to produce your FB live videos. Can you remind me what that was, please? Thanks. Yeah, so obviously StreamYard, that's what I'm streaming with right now. There are limitations. So one thing that kind of bugs me is that they don't do 1080 streaming. The highest quality resolution they do is 720. One thing that I'm doing now is I'm actually hitting record locally on my camera as well anytime I do a stream, so that I have a really nice high quality 1080 video product in case I want to repurpose anything from the session. So that spiel that I just gave about the pre-selling and all that, I could cut that out. I could cut those 2 minutes out and put that somewhere. Put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram, put it on YouTube, and so on. And if And if I don't have that really nice, high quality local recording, then it's not as good, right? So that's what I'm doing. So Stephanie Taylor just posted something in the group. It says, I just had a Facebook message from someone who said they'd seen my Deadline Funnel interview inviting me on a podcast. This prompted me to listen to it again. It's amazing how quickly you forget. The interview is 3 months in with my evergreen funnel. Jacques, none of this would have happened without you and Deadline Funnel. If you're just getting started with your course and you're feeling stumped by tech or feeling like an imposter or feeling too old or too young, this is all normal. Keep going. It's so worth it. Here's the link if you're interested to what happened when we first launched our tiny list and then when we switched to an evergreen funnel. Has an evergreen funnel worked well for you? So that's just a value post. Appreciate that very much, Stephanie. That is good stuff. All right. So StreamYard, yeah, limitation is not 1080. And then also, I would love to be able to stream to Instagram Live as well. And Instagram kind of locks that down because they like you to go live from your phone. And I suppose I could prop my phone up right over here and go live on Instagram as well. There's a tool that supposedly kind of allows you to do Instagram live streaming through the back door. The tool is called Yellow Duck. I came across it recently, but with my live streams I did for my piano audience earlier this week, I tried to use it and it didn't work. So, I did a little piano concert on Wednesday to my YouTube channel, to my Piano in 21 Days Facebook page, and I was trying to go live to my Piano in 21 Days Instagram page as well at the same time, and that failed me. It didn't work. So back to the drawing board there, but supposedly Yellow Duck is how you do it. And that did not work for me. So, where else are we on here? And speaking of those lives, one thing that I want to start doing, every week. So my live streaming schedule is this. I do the Friday morning iced coffee Q&A with Jacques. That's this right now. I do that every Friday morning and I talk online courses, right? On Wednesday mornings, about 10 a.m. for me, I go live with my piano students. And that is, that's just for my paying students. And I just answer their questions. And that's a lot of fun. Usually about 30, 35 people show up for that. And sometimes, people are just hanging out, right? Not everybody has a question. They just want to come interact with other people, see what I want to talk about. And usually, if I'm not getting questions, then I'll start asking them questions and get feedback from them on my course, or I'll just, I have my piano out for those sessions, or I'll just start playing something for those. And then I've also been doing just more of a concert where I'm just playing songs just to my generic Piano in 21 Days audience. So on my Piano in 21 Days YouTube channel and Facebook page. So really 3 totally different live streams I'm doing per week. That's what I've been doing the past several weeks. But anyway, for that Q&A with my paying students, I've been thinking about bringing in guest piano teachers, right? Other online piano teachers, and be like, look, here's a different perspective. Ask this guy something. And I think I'm going to start doing that either next week or the week after that. And that should be a lot of fun. A way to mix up the live streams and keep it interesting, in my opinion. And another thing related to this is I absolutely love my Facebook group for my piano students. I just call it the Piano in 21 Days Student Center. And I really, really fought creating that for a long time because I didn't want it to be just another place that that needed my attention, another way that people could reach me, and another thing added to my workload. That's why I fought it for so long. But it's one of the greatest parts of my course now, because now it's the only place that my students can now interact with each other. And I think that's a very important aspect of a course, is that community feeling for an online course. And people are interacting with each other. And it's amazing to see. People are posting, hey, I'm on day 6 of the course. I'm struggling with this. Any tips? People are firing away with, people that had that same struggle. And a lot of times, somebody that just recently went through the course can give a much better perspective than the course creator can. And so they're interacting with each other. They're posting videos. They're like, hey guys, I'm on day 17. Here's where I'm at. Here's how I can play this song. And that's really motivating to people. And one thing that's starting to happen over the past month or so is people are creating resources and sharing them, right? So recently, while I was on the live stream this past Wednesday, I got a message from a guy named Tony in the comments like, hey, Jacques, I just put, this certain resource in the Facebook group. Go check it out. And so while I was on the live stream, I went over and checked it out, and it was a backing track for a certain concept I teach through the course. Super, super helpful. And I tested it live on the live stream, and then people started checking it out themselves after the live stream. But Tony didn't need to do that. I think it's probably something he just created for himself, and then was like, hey, I bet other people could find this useful. And he posted it in the Facebook group, and it is useful. I even found it useful. And Doran, a guy named Doran, who has been through the course, he noticed that I was getting this same question every Q&A every Wednesday, and it's around this concept of transposing. He made a 6-minute video of himself explaining transposing from his perspective. And he did a better job explaining it than I did, to be honest with you, because it helps if you can show it on the guitar as well. And I don't play guitar, but he did. And he kind of showed it on the guitar, and then he showed it on the piano. Super helpful video, posted it in the group. And man, I wish I would have started the Facebook group sooner, because I've got over 4,000 people that have ever bought the course and about 800 people in the Facebook group. And if I would have started it sooner, more people would probably be in there, and I would have been able to help more people better along the way. And obviously, I've emailed all the students about the Facebook group being available now, but not everybody is still checking, emails for me or whatnot. So not everybody is in the Facebook group. But all that to say is, if you have an online course, I highly recommend you have some sort of community aspect of it as well, so that your people can interact with each other. All right, guys, anything that you want to talk about today, fire away. What else? I hired a social media person. I want to get more involved with social media, organic social media. So I feel pretty good about like ads and stuff that I've been running lately, but my organic social media game is not very good. And so I did finally make a hire in that department. We're going through a trial period right now, which I usually do that with any hire I make. And so she is going to be basically starting Monday, and I'm excited to see that. So definitely check out the Piano in 21 Days Instagram page next week, and even the Online Course Guy Instagram page next week. If you could, drop those both a follow. I would appreciate that very much, and follow what we'll be doing there starting next week on those pages. We're going to start with Instagram, and then once we feel that that's dialed in, we'll branch out to other platforms, probably go Facebook next, and branch out from there. All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything you want to talk about today, then we might cut this one short. Maybe everybody's getting sick of social distancing and getting out into the world a little bit this morning. We are presented by Ground Shark Coffee here. In my opinion, the best coffee in the world. If you buy coffee anyway, why not buy it from these guys? They're really great guys, and it's really great coffee. You can get some at coursecoffee.com. And Bonjoro is another favorite tool of mine. You can get a free trial of that by going to bonjoro.com/Jacques. Antonia says, hey, good morning, Antonia, by the way. She says, I signed up for Bonjoro through your link. I got a fun message back from the CEO. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? So I bet it made you feel pretty good about signing up for it when the CEO of that company knows you exist. And Matt Barnett is the creator and founder of Bonjoro. And I remember signing up for Bonjoro 3 years ago myself and getting that that personal message from Matt and how good that made me feel. And I probably haven't told the story about why I signed up for Bonjoro in a while. And basically, when I started the podcast, the online course show, I wanted to take a really good online course on how to run a successful podcast. And so I signed up for Pat Flynn's course. It's called Power Up Podcasting 3 years ago. I was one of the first people to sign up for it. And so I signed up for it. I think it was $697 at the time. And within 24 hours, I had a video from Pat Flynn, and it just said, "Hey, Jacques, so excited to have you on board with this course. Looking forward to working with you on your podcast." Something to that effect. I was completely blown away that Pat Flynn, who I've been looking up to for years and has a massive following, would take his time to send me a 30-second personal video. And I was blown away. And then my next reaction was, if Pat Flynn is taking his time to do this, then there's no reason I shouldn't be doing this for my customers as well. So that's why 3 years ago, I immediately went and signed up for Bonjoro and started sending Bonjoros myself. And over 3,000 Bonjoros sent later, I'm still doing them, still love it. And so, yeah, when I first signed up, I remember getting that message from the CEO. And another thing they did was after I'd sent 1,000, I think it was. No, after, 1,000 or maybe 500, I got a personal thank you card in the mail from Matt. And then after 1,000, they sent me a bear suit. I don't know if they still do that, but their kind of mascot is a bear. And so after 1,000, they sent a legitimate full-on bear suit to me. And I actually wore it for Halloween that year. It worked out perfectly because my daughter wanted to be a porcupine. She, we like her to pick what she wants to be. I think she was 2 at the time. Hey, what do you want to be? She was a big fan of Bambi at the time, and there's a porcupine in there. So she was a porcupine. My other daughter was a skunk. My wife was probably some other animal. I don't remember now. And so I was like, man, I could be a bear. We'll all just be animals because I had the bear suit. So that's awesome. And Antonio, thank you. Antonia, thank you for using my affiliate link to sign up. I appreciate that. And how cool is it that he's sending those out, even though I'm assuming you're still just on the trial, right? I'm assuming you still haven't paid Bonjoro any money, and you still got that. But that's probably a way for them to want you to get on their paid plan. So let's see where we are in the comments. Get the comments back up. David, what's up, man? David Crozy, co-host. How'd you cut your finger? Yeah, I was, cooking accident. I was cutting something open 2 nights ago, and I sliced it right open, man, and it was not fun. It still hurts, to be honest with you. And then that was 2 nights ago, and then last night I burned my fingers on something. Like, I'm dangerous in the kitchen, guys. But me and my wife have been doing more cooking than ever, and we are really mixing it up. Like, I don't think we've had the same thing for dinner in the past month. Last night was awesome. It was this really good meatloaf where I rolled it out and then put some goat cheese and spinach inside and then literally rolled it up. And so it was this meatloaf with layers of goat cheese and spinach. Really, really, really good. Not normally a huge meatloaf fan, but it was really good. All right, a few more of you are coming in, so feel free to fire away with any questions, guys. We've gone over a few things so far. Question for you guys. Question. In your opinion, what do you think the number one success factor is for long-term success of an online course? So put another way, for those online course businesses that have succeeded in the long term, like a Piano in 21 Days, or are going to succeed in the long term, what do you think the number one success factor is? Number one, there's obviously a lot of success factors. There's a lot of things that you need to do correctly. But if you could identify one thing that all successful online course businesses are doing for long-term success, what would it be? I've got the answer. I'm just curious to know what you guys think it might be. David says, heal quick, buddy. Be safe in the kitchen over the weekend. Got to run. Thank you. I'll need it. That's 2 days in a row with a kitchen injury, but I'll do my best. Enrique, good morning. He says, hi, Jacques. Glad you are here. What do you think that number one success factor is, guys? Think about it. Let me know what you think, and I'll tell you what my opinion is, but I also feel like it's the answer, too. All right, going through my notes here, see if we hit everything. Yep. This is kind of the last thing I wanted to hit. So let me know if you guys have any opinion on what this answer might be. I'll knock out a couple more Bonjoros while I wait and see if you guys have any contributions to that. Julie, here we go. Hey, what's going on, Julie? This is Jacques. Just wanted to personally welcome you to Piano in 21 Days. Thanks so much for signing up for the Ultimate Package yesterday. I really appreciate it. Glad to have you on board. Good luck to you, and I look forward to chatting with you more as you go through the course. Hey, Gail and Jacques, just wanted to personally welcome you to Piano in 21 Days. Thanks so much for signing up for the Ultimate Package yesterday. I hope everything is going well with that so far. Good luck, and let me know if you need anything. All right, let's do one more here. Hey, Alex, it's Jacques. Just wanted to personally welcome you to Piano in 21 Days. Thanks so much for signing up for the entry package yesterday. I hope everything is going well with that so far. Good luck, and let me know if you need anything. Okay. All right, let's see what you guys came up with. Enrique says having a list, important, very important, but I wouldn't say that's the number one success factor. Antonia says engagement, very important. Once again, I wouldn't say that's the number one success factor. Giving free quality content, very, very, very important. That's not the number one success factor. So, in my opinion, the answer is student success. I think the number one success factor is your students' success. Because if you have a course out there and you don't have just wild, awesome success from your students, then what's going to happen is you're not going to get word of mouth referrals. You're not going to get positive vibes about your program throughout the internet. You're not going to get willing participants for testimonials, both written and video. And all of those are super important for long-term success as well. So there's a lot of important things. You got to have traffic. You got to have quality traffic. You got to have an amazing funnel. You have to have an amazing course. You have to have a list. For the most part, you have to have all these things. You have to have engagement. You have to have free quality content. That kind of goes to traffic. You really need to have a lot of things. And I'm working on some frameworks to kind of simplify all this and show the things that you need to have and what's most important. But student success is the most important for you. If you want to focus on one thing, focus on making sure you have happy students that get results in your program. Noah, good morning, says, hey, Jacques. Have you ever hired someone to help you with sales and outreach? If so, what was the payment structure? Strictly commission, base rate plus commission. If they aren't working directly with you, it's hard to track how much time they're putting in. Follow-up says, we recently found someone on Upwork that seems like a great fit for us, as he is very knowledgeable on our course subject. We are trying to think of the best way to compensate him. He is also going to help us with informative email newsletters on our topic and write the odd blog. I don't have great expertise here, Noah. Other people would probably be able to answer more appropriately here, because I don't have I've never hired anybody for sales, right? But it's something I've considered, and I think the way that I would do it would be base plus commission, right? So I would certainly give them some money that's not based on performance and actual sales. You could go straight commission. You certainly could. I'm not sure what would be most appealing to the other person, but I'd probably give them some kind of base, and then basically X percent of sales that he's directly responsible for, he or she is directly responsible for, is probably how I would set it up. And I mean, you said yourself, you're giving them some additional tasks, email newsletter, right? So they need to be paid for that. So I would give them just a base, and then incentivize them to sell as much as possible by giving them a piece of the pie. Good question. All right, guys, anything else you guys want to talk about for today? This will be the last call for questions and comments before I sign off of here. Annie says, by the way, good morning, Annie. She says, hi, Jacques, just tried StreamYard in my group, and it worked really well. Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, no problem, Annie. Did you do an overlay, right? Like this overlay that I've got going on right here? I think that adds a layer of professionalism. And if you didn't, then I've got a great guy. I've shared my graphic designer resource that I found on Upwork in the Facebook group before, and I can't remember if I've shared that contact with you before, Annie. But if you want to get an overlay made, reach out to Evandro. He's amazing. He's who put this one right here together for me. Noah says, thanks. That's what we were thinking. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I've certainly thought about, I could just pull the end of my funnel down for Piano in 21 Days and go back to doing it all over the phone and just hiring some salespeople. I could probably charge more for it. There's definitely advantages to going down that path. It was when I used to do the phone calls, it was nice being able to immediately onboard people. Like once I made the sale, it's like, okay, now let me make sure your account is created properly and you can log in on your side. That was a really cool part of doing the sales over the phone. And that's something the salesperson could do as well. But I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to do that. But it's certainly something to think about for everybody out there. And he says, no, just using the free version for now. But what I did was use it to do a lesson with a client, and it worked really well. Awesome. That is great to hear. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this session up. Appreciate everybody for being here and for watching the replay back later and for listening on the podcast feed later as well. If you are consuming this content but not sure where to attend live the next time so you can ask questions or participate yourself, the best place is to join the free Facebook group, the Online Course Community. You can find that at theonlinecourseguy.com and click on Community at the top, or if you just go to Facebook and search for the Online Course Community there as well. By the way, I am starting to work on a complete overhaul and redesign of theonlinecourseguy.com. I'm going to be using the same company that I used to redesign Piano in 21 Days a couple of years ago. I actually had him on the podcast a few episodes ago, Greg with Studio One Design. I had him on the podcast to talk about proper web design, and I'm excited. The design and functionality and user friendliness of the onlinecourseguy.com is kind of getting left behind. I mostly just did it myself, like the concept. I got somebody else to actually implement everything, but I'm excited to get a new custom design. And so that'll be rolling out in, the coming weeks. And I've got some new exciting, offers and products and ways to help you guys coming in conjunction with the relaunch of that as well. So stay tuned for that. Once again, thank you everybody for being here, for listening, and for your support. And we will talk next time.